Hi everyone, this is Christina and I am back for my, I guess, 6.5 month check-in. It's been a very, very long time since I sat down and recorded a video. Um, I'm not even going to get into any excuses. It's just been a while. So, for the first part of the video, let's just do a little bit of catching up, shall we? I believe in my last video, I was like 302 something. And like I said, that was a while ago. So, this past week, I am at 282 even. So a couple weeks ago, I definitely hit the 100 pounds loss threshold. May of 2016, when I went in for a checkup, I was 400 pounds even. And that was kind of the point, I believe if you go back to my very first video, that was the point where I was like, okay, don't know how I got to this point, but let's do something about it. And so 2 weeks later, I went to my consultation with my bariatrician, Dr. Jeffrey Franza, and jump-started this whole shebang. So yeah, I guess I should do a bigger overview for people who haven't watched me from the beginning. But originally, my highest weight ever recorded, like I said, was 400 pounds back in May of 2016. When I went in for surgery in November 2016, I was 372.6. As I mentioned in my last video, I was 302 point something or other. And then this past week, I've been to 282 even. For the last month or so, I have been hovering between like 289 and 288. Like, I would like lose a pound, gain a pound, lose a pound, gain a pound. And like, I was over it at that point. I was just like, listen, I don't know what's happening, but this is kind of annoying. And then I had like one crazy week where I ended up losing like 6.4 pounds, I believe it was. And then that dropped me down to like 284. And then I've been like, back to my like losing 2 or 3 pounds or whatever. This week is the beginning of Shark Week. So I don't know what my weigh-in is going to be this week because I absolutely had a burrito bowl from Chipotle today and ate like half a pint of Halo Top. Like, I was just like, you know what? I need this. Like, let me have this. So who knows what's gonna happen. My birthday is this Tuesday. I'll be a young and fresh 32. So I'm really excited, although I'm kind of bummed because I don't really have plans, and it's been a very long time since my birthday has come and I don't have plans. So I'm kind of, I don't know, I kind of feel a certain kind of way about it, but I told myself like I could save money by not like going on, my usual trips and doing the whole shebang, because I am going to Europe in September, right after Labor Day, for 2.5 weeks. And so I'm kind of like, all the money that I would usually use to like travel and, do everything during the months, I am now pooling to save for Europe so that I can really like ball out of control while I'm there. So, being responsible is awful, but I figure once September gets here, I will be really, really excited to have this big, pile of money saved up for me to use. And already, it's been like 2 minutes and I'm already off track. Okay, also, catching up. So, you guys can't see, but you will see this couch that you probably haven't seen since my original videos. I am in my final place of residence in Philadelphia. Yes, I moved again to my final place, and also, not only that, I went back to Chicago, got all my stuff, and now it has finally been delivered in my new place. So now me and my stuff are reunited. It had only been literally 5 months while I was here, my stuff was there, then my stuff was here, and I was living somewhere else. Like, it's been a journey, to say the least. But, yeah, I'm finally in my place. I've been here since the beginning of May. So it's kind of a mess. There's like boxes everywhere. I tried to like angle the camera so that you guys couldn't see the mess. But literally there's like boxes and boxes literally everywhere while I like try to go through and organize stuff and figure out where it's all going to go in the new space. Um, what else? My job is still going awesome. I really, really enjoy it. I've been having a blast. It's kind of weird. I've been there for like, what is it, like 5 months now? Like, that's kind of crazy. Like literally, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's been awesome thus far. I really, really enjoy it. So no complaints there. As far as my bariatric journey, I've been doing pretty good. I will say in April was a rough month. I think the month of April, I only lost about 7 pounds. Um, it was like I was working these long hours, working on the site. We had this expedited timeline that we were working on, and working out was just not happening at all. Like I was barely sleeping. Like I go back and I check my Fitbit, and I was averaging about 4 hours of sleep a night. Like, yeah. I mean, I was eating the way I usually would, but like I wasn't sleeping, and there was like no real activity. I was like sitting in front of a computer for most of the day and most of the night as well. So that was rough. So for May, I've been trying to like get back to it, and it's been a bit easier for me because I found the gym like incredibly boring. Obviously, I did a lot of it in the winter because it was so cold outside, and I mean, who wants to like work out outside when it's 10 degrees? But now that the sun is shining and the days are longer, I find myself like just wanting to be outside, like. And so, as I mentioned before, I was doing a lot of hiking, and I haven't gone back to the hiking trail in a while. I've usually been walking from my house in Brewery Town down to Kelly Drive, and then I would take walk Kelly Drive all the way up to like Strawberry Mansion, and then turn back around and come home. So it's usually about somewhere between like 5.5, 6 miles, which is good for me. Like I can usually like get all my steps in. I can, do whatever that I need to do as far as like burning calories and stuff. And it's only like an hour and a half out of my day. So I feel like really accomplished. I'm like, okay, I was active today. I can check that off my list. I did my exercise. But the downside to that is that I haven't been like lifting weights, which kind of sucks. Because I don't have any weights here at home, which I should probably order off of Amazon since I order literally every fucking thing off of Amazon anyway. So I think that's what I'm going to do because I don't want to lose what little bit of arm strength that I built up these past few months. Just because I'm not, on the elliptical 3 times a week like I used to be. Instead, I'm like trying to walk like 25 miles every week. Like that's my goal. I haven't got there yet, but if I can at least do like 5 miles, at least like 4 times a week, what's that? No, that's 20 miles, whatever. Like, I haven't got there either. Shit. Let's start small. So yeah, I'm just trying to, live life, enjoy it, make sure I'm out enjoying the weather and staying active. The same things that I was doing in the beginning of the journey. I am very, very close to having lost 100 pounds since surgery. I know a lot of people like do it within the first 6 months. I will not be one of those people. I think I'm at about like 86 pounds lost. And so whenever it happens, whether it's in June or July or shit, even August, I'm like, I'll get there. It's not a race. But I think that would be a dope milestone to cross off the list. Whenever it happens. So I'm excited for that. What else? I don't know. It's kind of like, and it's weird to say because it's only been 6 months, but not much has changed. Not much has happened. I have been testing Fate a lot. I don't want to say a lot because that makes it sound like I'm like being awful. But like I usually eat my own desserts because I like to control like my sugar intake. But One day I left my lunch at home, so I went to La Colombe here in Philly, and they had this like red velvet whoopie pie, and it was so good. I mean, I split it in half. I ate half of it one day, and then I saved the other half for the next day. It was so good. And I'm not going to jinx myself, so I'm going to knock on wood. Like, I haven't had any sort of, like, dumping syndrome, or what I think is dumping syndrome. You know, when other people say they get the shakes and, you know, accelerated heart rate and stuff like that. I haven't really experienced that, like, after eating anything that may be a little high in sugar. So I'm thankful for that. I mean, like I said, I don't test fate too often, but every now and then I'll definitely give me some dessert and enjoy it. But, yeah, so that was really good, and I was glad I didn't feel bad, because I was like, it's 12 noon, I hope I don't, like, start dumping in the middle of the day. I got a lot of shit to do today. What else? So, for so long, I've been putting off buying new clothes, because, you know, this is a journey, and you're gonna, you know, your body's gonna change in different ways, you know, sometimes quickly, sometimes not, and so, it was a really, I mean, I'm not to be dramatic, but it was a difficult thing to do when I was packing my clothes to come here to box all this stuff up. It's like, I had this like really carefully curated wardrobe because, like, obviously I'm like really into fashion or whatever. And I mean, some people know this. I don't know if everyone knows this. I mean, it's not really important, but a million years ago, I used to run a fat fashion blog called Musings of a Fashionista. And so I had tons of clothes. I had literally like stuff from like 2007, 2008, 2009, like stuff I've had since college were still in my wardrobe, because I was generally the same size. I was 22, 24. I've been that size literally since like middle school, high school. So, you know, I just have this closet full of stuff. And I mean, while I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, I was a size 26 and now I'm a 16. Like, no, my body doesn't work like that. Like, my hips are still like 56 inches. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, these hips are not going anywhere. They seem like they're here to stay. So, I mean, that's cool. But having said that, so a lot of, like pants and stuff, I could still kind of get away with wearing. Like, the waist would be a little loose, but that's generally how things fit me anyway. Like, I always buy it so that it fits my hip, and then I like figure out what to do with the waist. Because like I said, like my waist is like 39 inches. Like, why do I have to deal with that? And a 56-inch hip? Like, that's ridiculous. It's annoying when I'm trying to buy stuff. But, so there were a few things. Like, I had to throw out a bunch of my skirts because, like, the waist just didn't fit anymore. And I actually have a bag of stuff to take to, there's a consignment shop here in Brewery Town called Curve Conscious. It's on, like, 27th and Girard. And I was like, you know what? Instead of throwing this away or donating them, I'm just going to, like, well, technically donate it to them or sell them. I don't know how it works. Whatever. I'm just going to give them away and see if they'll take them. And, so I was like, okay, the weather's getting hot. Like, I don't have any skirts. I don't really wear pants. So, like, my wardrobe had really depleted to, like, a handful of items that I would, like, try to find different ways to wear it every week. And it was gross, and I hated doing it. So I was like, okay, I don't want to invest a lot of money buying clothes that in another couple months they're not going to fit. So I went to good old trusty Rainbow. And I spent like $300 in Rainbow just buying stuff. Like basic tops, you know, tank dresses, tank tops. You know what? And surprisingly, so finally I realized that my bra size is not the same anymore. And while I feel like I'm the only person that's really excited about like losing breast tissue, because I don't like to be busty. It's just not my thing. So I really can't wait for them to continue to shrink. Like, I want to be like not flat chested, but I want to be like, I want like Rihanna titties, like just cute, just there. You can still play patty cake with them, but you know, they're there. It's something there, but it's not a lot. Cool. That's all I need. So I went there and they had bras for like $7, and I was like, guess what? This is gonna work for me. So I'm a 44B, I believe, is my new size. I was like a 46C before. I mean, I was never really technically a C, but there was just a lot of fat, so it kind of filled out a C cup. But I'm like a 44B now, which is awesome. And it's very difficult to find a small cup size when you have a large band size, because everyone thinks that fat girls just are like super duper busty. So it's very hard to find like the smaller cup sizes or whatever. So they had some 44Cs, and so I just got those. I got some 42Cs and some 44Cs, and I was like, for $7, I will make these motherfuckers work. And work is what I'm doing. And they're actually like good quality. Like, I mean, they're not like Cacique or anything, but they like get the job done. You know, they like lift the girls up and got them looking good. So I was like, you know what? I'm cool with that, because this is all transitional. I'm not going to spend a shit ton of money in Forever 21 for what? When I can literally buy the exact same thing in rainbow for half the price. I got a denim vest for like $15. I got like a jumpsuit that I posted on my Instagram. It was like super cute. It was $20, okay? And it was in a size 2X, bitch. I ain't been in a 2X anything in a very long time. These hips don't fit in a 2X, okay? Generally speaking. But I was like, I literally, when I picked it up, it's so funny. I literally said, I was like, all they had was a 2X left. And I was like, well, it's cute. Maybe I'll buy it now and maybe it'll fit by the time I go to Europe in September. Literally, that's exactly what I said. That was my like justification for buying it. And so when I got home, I was like trying it on. I was like trying everything on. I was like, well, let me see like how much work I have to do. Bitch, I pulled it up and tied it and everything. And I was like, okay, bitch, I see you slipping into a 2X. All right. So I wore it to work and I was like, okay. Stunned a little bit. So that was cool. And so yeah, I bought a bunch of stuff. And also the Victoria Beckham for Target stuff is on clearance for like $20 and under. So I got a few things. I actually bought a couple pairs of pants. Now in those, they're still 24. They still 24. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I'm technically like a 22, depending now on the bottom. But no matter what, I found that her stuff like ran a little small. But whatever. So I'm a 24 in those. But I was like, bitch, do you know how long it's been since I like bought some slacks? Not because I didn't like them, but it was like because trying to find a style of pants that I like and that fits the way that I want them to fit is still like such a huge task. And I get incredibly frustrated with plus size pants because if I say I want skinny jeans, like I want tight to the ankle jeans, right? Like, why do these skinny jeans look like they're fucking boot cut? Like, I can't deal with plus size fashion. I cannot. And I just don't have the time or energy these days to like buy these clothes and turn them into these crafty DIY projects to get them to look how I want. So like, I've just been very underwhelmed by plus size offerings, and bitch, I can't wait till I ain't gotta shop in the plus section no more, bitch. I'm gonna be like, peace, nigga. I'm out, okay? Because this is awful. It's torture and I don't like it. And I mean, I have another rant about plus size fashion. I'm just gonna dip into it just a little bit. I have never in the almost 32 years that I've been alive have seen fashion look so homogenous than it does right now. Even back in the early 2000s where everybody was wearing jerseys. Everybody was wearing jerseys with the headbands, with the wristbands. Bitch, you had to make sure that your sneakers matched, and you had the jersey dress. Like, even then, like, it wasn't as homogenous as it is now. And it's so ridiculous, and y'all look so fucking stupid, and I hate it so much. I'm like, girl, everything does not require a fucking spandex jumpsuit. Like, get it together. Like, why don't you have a personal style? Why does your style change every time a new trend comes out? Like, you look ridiculous. There is nothing wrong with incorporating trends into your style, into your look. Like, that's the name of the game. I'm like, but when you look like a carbon copy of her, who look like a carbon copy of her, who look like a carbon copy of her, there's no personal style. Everybody looks the same. Y'all all look a fucking mess, and it's annoying. Stop uploading shit. Anyway, that was a tangent. But anyway, so yes, I bought a bunch of stuff from Rainbow because it's the summertime. Like I said, I'm going to be hitting up a bunch of festivals. I'm going to Governor's Ball. I'm going to Firefly. I'm going to Panorama. And a couple others, I forgot. So it's incredibly important that I am comfortable and ventilated. My summer aesthetic is always ventilated hoe. That's it. I'm just trying to stay cool. It's hot as hell out here in these streets on the East Coast, so I'm just trying to make sure I don't die. Also, on that note, I just want to reiterate, I want everyone to make sure that they're drinking their 64 ounces of water. I want to say last month, I think maybe 6 weeks ago, I did have an incident outside of Forever 21 when I was waiting for my Uber to pick me up. I got incredibly lightheaded. I felt dizzy. I literally had to sit my ass down on the sidewalk on 17th and Chestnut because I was about to pass the fuck out. And that was my wake up call. And I was like, you know what? I've been slacking on my water. Like, I would have like 20 ounces a day or maybe 12 ounces a day and, you know, just kind of forget about it. No, never again. After that day, 64 ounces minimum every day. It's not a game. I was like, because that shit is scary. It's not a game out here. Please make sure you're out there. You're getting your water in. Please make sure you're eating. You're taking your vitamins every day. That's incredibly important. For like a month, I wasn't taking my multivitamins because I ran out of the Centrum, so I bought another brand from Vitamin Shop, but those were fucking horse pills. And I was just like, they were so chalky and gross. And I was like, I can't take these. So I was like, whatever, I'll just buy some more Centrums, and I never got around to it. I kept forgetting. And so this past weekend, I made sure I went and bought another bottle because I'm not playing that game. Like, make sure you take your vitamins. That shit's fucking important. Like, there's a reason why they tell you to make sure you're getting X amount of, grams every day. So that's that. Also, one other thing I do want to make sure that I reiterate is to, what was it? Oh, also, so this morning, or actually it was yesterday, I was detangling my hair, because y'all know I wear wigs. I was detangling my hair, and I was, like, pleasantly surprised, because I don't really pay attention to it that much, but I was pleasantly surprised that, like, I haven't had a ton of, like, hair loss. Right here, like, there's a patch right here that's a little thinner than the other. And, like, one right here in the front or, like, on the side a little bit. And that's it. But, like, it doesn't look weird. It's not, like, very noticeable. So I'm incredibly, incredibly happy about that. Although, even if my hair did fall out, I wouldn't care because, number one, I wear wigs, and number two, it's just hair. It's going to grow back. I don't have an emotional attachment to my hair. I never have, which is why I generally cut it off like every year and then grow it back, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to cut it again. So, yeah. That's it. I don't really have much else to talk about. At least I don't think. I just wanted to give you guys an update. It's been a million years since I've updated here, but since I have some free time before I guess the Billboard Awards come on, or maybe they're already on, I don't know. I figured that I would shoot a quick video. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well in your journey. I hope that everything is working out for you. You have no complications, everything's smooth sailing. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.